For a country of 10 million people, if we want to have the impact of countries that have a population size of 100 million and beyond, we can only do this if each and every single person can produce 10 times as much as countries that are in our neighborhood and the rest of the world. AI is going to be the key magnifier for the coming generation. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure being with all of you here today in this inspiring and important summit, a summit dedicated to the knowledge that is going to shape the future of the United Arab Emirates and every single country participating in this event. I'd like to start off by taking you back a few hundred years, taking you back to a point of time where humanity reached a pivotal inflection point, a point where knowledge was no longer dedicated to a specific location or to a specific mind. With the advent of the printing press in the year 1455, humanity reached a point where knowledge could be democratized. It could be distributed and it could cover the world over. It was a point that was revolutionary, and with it created many more revolutions. The Industrial Revolution that we've lived through, whether it's the first that our great-grandparents lived through, or the second, or the third, or the fourth, which we currently are a part of, can all attribute the start of the first spark of them to the printing press in the year 1455. Many people talk about the revolutions in the past that had the same gravity and the same importance and the same impact as the printing press. Some talk about the discovery of fire. Others discuss the advent of the electrical age or the computer age. But many agree in our current time that there is a new revolution that has the potential to create the same impact or beyond. And this new revolution is one that isn't coming, but one that we are living through right here, right now. And it is one, and I tend to typically worry about making blanket statements, but it is one that has transformed each and every single life in this room and beyond. And that is the age of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence today is the tool that many of us use to answer any and every question that we have. Whether it's the new systems from large language models to the old systems like the typical search on Google. It's also the tool that we use to access content on platforms like YouTube and Netflix and others. And it's the tool that we use to navigate from point to point. There are very few people today that cannot attribute a quality of life improvement in their lives to anything other than artificial intelligence. With that, there are transformations that we are going to see. We've seen a lot of transformations over the last decade. I think the biggest transformations are going to come in the next decade. And those transformations are going to be transformations of access. Access that individuals have that is going to reshape societies as we know them. The fact that each and every single one of us at their fingertips has access to all of humanity's knowledge through large language models that can answer any question, that can today, with the new agent revolution with artificial intelligence, actually go and complete tasks for you, means that what is to come is going to be a productivity revolution. What is to come is going to be an era where countries the size of the UAE, with populations the size of the UAE, can match and hopefully outclass countries that are much bigger and have a much bigger population or much deeper history. This brings with it certain key changes. It also brings with it certain key challenges. The changes are that publishing no longer depends on the old school system that we've been through for all of these decades in the past. We are able to today publish content using artificial intelligence in much faster intervals and get them published across the internet without having to go through the traditional process of printing and publishing that we were used to in the past. It doesn't mean that one is right and one is wrong, but these capabilities will open new avenues. We're able to publish content in new media genres. It went from publishing as books and then getting that animated and getting that filmed, to today being able to animate, film, and publish with one single prompt. These capabilities will ensure that certain cultures and certain people that were misrepresented in the past because of the ecosystem and the infrastructure that existed in their countries compared to other places are going to be more represented. And that the capabilities are going to be today driven by those who are the users of this technology, who are the societies that embrace it and use it wholeheartedly. In the UAE, we believe that every single tool has challenges and opportunities. The challenges are clear. We're living in an era of disinformation, misinformation, and deepfakes. The challenges are also that these systems hallucinate, and some of the information isn't accurate. And there are challenges related to what happens when you give access to such powerful tools to each and every single person. It will allow people to create certain things that might be devastating for society. However, we don't sit on our laurels in the UAE and decide that tomorrow is going to be a gloomy day. We don't forecast the future by looking through the rear view mirror. We drive ahead having a clear vision that if we empower our society in the right way, we will be able to ensure that the results are positive. That's why in the UAE, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense, launched an audacious and ambitious project last year to train 1 million people how to become super users of artificial intelligence. The segment of society wasn't defined, and this was purposely done so. His Highness did not say that we're going to train 1 million government officials, or we're going to train 1 million kids, or 1 million retirees, or 1 million people from the people of determination. He said that we're going to cut across all segments of society to ensure that society as a whole can be empowered by the use of this technology. We are currently on track to hit the 1 million target by 2027. Many of these initiatives have one key focus. For a country of 10 million people, if we want to have the impact of countries that have a population size of 100 million and beyond, we can only do this if each and every single person can produce 10 times as much as countries that are in our neighborhood and in the rest of the world. AI is going to be the key magnifier for the coming generation. The key magnifier for those who publish content, the key magnifier for those who consume it, and the key magnifier for those who want to ensure that their impact goes beyond themselves, their neighborhood, and their country. I believe that conferences and summits such as this one are integral. We are going through a shift that isn't going to mean that the traditional is going to disappear, but it's going to be augmented. And a shift that requires that dialogues happen between those who are creating the disruption and those who are currently in that key sector. I also believe that artificial intelligence today poses a lot of questions for us. Questions on ethics, questions on what do we do if we have access to these capabilities, and questions of what is right and what is wrong. And the answers to these questions can only be found if there is dialogue, if there is a brainstorming that is open, that is global rather than local, and if we are able to work as a team to ensure that this revolution serves everyone. I wish you great success in this event and hope that the proceedings of this summit can be used to shape the future of publishing and libraries globally.